Hi, I'm Tori Parker of Nozey Parkers, and in my last video I explained the general approach in valuing a business. Today I'll be talking you through some of the more detailed terminology that professionals will use. I'll be looking at preparing the business for sale and the sales process in other videos. This is based on UK legislation, but it's relevant to most markets and jurisdictions. The sales process includes negotiations with your buyer, so you need to understand the different ways to value a business. Selling a business can take months and you'll continue to trade. Some businesses use a valuation method that is applied at completion of the sale. Now I'll be explaining 6 key methods of valuing a business for sale. Some of this may be a little heavy, but at least it will give you the knowledge so you understand what to expect when the time comes to sell your business. Number 1. Profit multiplier or price to earnings ratio. This method is used where your company generates roughly the same amount of profits every year. The buyer can expect to get his or her money back in 3, 4, 5 years, dependent on what multiplier figure was agreed. For example, your business has a yearly net profit of £80,000. The buyer pays £320,000 at a multiplier of 4. Your buyer will want to analyse your figures to see what happens when you and your costs to the company are taken out of the equation. Now, depending on how much money you normally take from your business will determine whether the true profits go up or down, and this will impact on the multiplier figure. 2. Average or normalised profit. If your business has experienced high growth in the last year, before you decide to sell, your buyer will want to take a different method. The buyer won't want to base the sales price of your business on those profits. He or she won't know if these figures are going to continue. They'll use an average calculation based on the profit figures of the last few years. Now, some valuations are done using EBIT. This means calculations are based on earnings before interest and tax, and others use EBITDA, which uses earnings before interest, tax, depreciation and amortisation. 3. Discounted cash flow method. This is based on projected cash flow for the next few years. It takes inflation into account to give a net present value. This method needs more explanation than I have time for here, so if you're interested in learning more, please speak to an advisor. 4. Asset valuation. This is based on the funds left over if all assets of the business were sold and all debts were paid off. It's the net asset value. Experts would need to research value and agree the current market value of each of your assets. 5. Cash-free, debt-free. Your buyer may decide to take on your debts or ask you to settle them before the sale. For example, your business owes £50,000. The buyer either takes on those debts and pays you the £50,000 less, or asks you to settle those debts and pays you the full asking price. 6. Surplus cash and working capital. If your business has a large bank balance, you'll have to decide whether to take the cash out before the sale or include the cash into the sales price. You'll need to see a tax advisor to work out your best option. You will have a preference for which valuation method works best for you, as will your buyer, so be ready to negotiate. And we've looked at different valuation methods, so in my next video I'll be giving advice on preparing your business for sale. Please get in touch using the contact details at the top of the screen if you'd like more detailed advice on selling your business. I have helped business owners for nearly 30 years and from a wide variety of sectors, and businesses with anything from 5 to 200 staff and up to £10 million turnover. I'm Tori Parker of Nozey Parkers. Thank you for watching.